The chains we forge. Look around you. We are all searching for freedom, for control over our own lives. Yet many of us are bound, not by chains of iron, but by the subtle, often pleasurable chains of addiction. For the Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, addiction is a severe form of vice, kakya, and passion, path. It is a persistent, damaging, and irrational desire that overwhelms our capacity for reason, logos. It is, quite simply, the ultimate loss of self-mastery. The Stoic philosophy does not offer a quick fix. It offers something far more powerful, a psychological operating system for reclaiming your mind. It teaches us how to shift from being a slave to our impulses to being a sovereign of our internal world. We will explore 3 core Stoic principles and how they provide the battle plan for overcoming any addiction, be it substance, behavior, or thought pattern, and integrating these principles into your daily life. Addiction promises comfort, escape, or temporary pleasure, but it consistently delivers suffering and regret. It confuses a momentary indifferent, a hit, a drink, a scroll with a true good, virtue, character, and peace. Let's begin by establishing the foundation of Stoic freedom. Principle 1: the dichotomy of control and perception. Our first core concept is the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us to distinguish sharply between what is in our power and what is not. What is in our power, our opinions, our impulses, our desires, and our aversions, in short, our judgments. This is the only place where true good or true evil resides. What is not in our power, our body, our property, our reputation, and other people's actions. Addiction's trick is simple. It tricks us into believing we need the substance or the behavior, which are things external to us. It forces us to try and control the uncontrollable. The Stoic corrects this fundamental error. We only have power over the decision to engage or abstain. This realization leads us to our first practical technique, Premeditatio Malorum, the premeditation of adversity. This technique is often used to prepare for misfortune, but in the context of addiction, it is used to prepare for the craving. Don't just plan for abstinence, visualize the urge. See the trigger, feel the familiar pressure, and mentally rehearse your rational response. Seneca advised us, he robs the present of its power who has anticipated the future. When the urge hits, instead of focusing on the immediate, fleeting pleasure, pre-think the consequences of the addiction, the potential shame and regret. Visualize the consequence. This proactive visualization shifts the perceived, false good of the addiction into a clear, anticipated evil. By examining the end result, you strip the temporary impulse of its allure. Our second technique under this principle is the critical examination of impressions, also known as the discipline of assent. A craving is simply a thought or an urge that pops up. The Stoic calls this a fantasia or an impression. Crucially, in itself, the impression is neutral. It is just data. Our downfall is giving that impression our assent, synchetathesis. We agree with the thought, I must have this, I cannot cope without it. When we assent, the neutral impression becomes a driving impulse, and we are lost. Just say no to the thought. Next time a craving arises, pause. Before you act, take a breath. Say to yourself, this is just an impression, and not at all the thing it purports to be. Do not consent to the thought that the substance or action is necessary for your peace or well-being. This pause is the moment of Stoic freedom, the moment you reclaim your control. The time delay between the impulse and the action is where virtue is born. Principle 2: virtue as the only good. The Stoic life is not about being cold or emotionless. It is aimed at eudaimonia, or true human flourishing, which is achieved through virtue. The 4 cardinal virtues are wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage. To overcome addiction, we must understand how it undermines all 4. Addiction is the antithesis of temperance, self-control. It is a persistent act of unwisdom, confusing value. It is often a failure of courage, an escape from facing emotional pain and fear. And it is a violation of justice, failing in our duty to our own potential and to the people who rely on us. To defeat addiction, we must rebuild temperance, sophrosyne, from the ground up. Temperance is not mere abstinence. It is the rational control of our desires, the mind telling the body and the appetites what they can and cannot do. A technique to cultivate this is the view from above. When tempted, zoom out, take a cosmic perspective, see your life and the addiction as a tiny component in a vast, rational universe, cosmos. Ask yourself, does this temporary, fleeting indulgence align with my role as a rational human being, as a member of my community, and as a person striving for excellence? This mental exercise reduces the addiction's perceived size and importance, reminding you that your true nature is found in reason, not reaction. This leads us to our most powerful tool for identity change: the virtuous role model. Before acting on any impulse related to your addiction, conjure a clear image of your most virtuous self, the person you are striving to be. This is your guiding star. Then ask yourself directly, is this action worthy of the man or woman I am trying to become? Is this temperance or is it slavery? Addiction convinces us that we are the craving. The Stoic reminds us that we are the chooser. By focusing on your ideal, virtuous identity, you shift the debate from "do I want this?" to "is this who I am?" You make the choice a moral one, not a purely hedonic one. Principle 3: intentional hardship and daily discipline. The Stoics knew you can't build mental muscle by sitting passively. Overcoming addiction requires rigorous training, ascesis, a daily program of intentional discipline. The Stoic recovery is a spiritual and psychological boot camp. Our first training exercise is voluntary discomfort. This means periodically and intentionally practicing abstaining from minor desires. Skip coffee for a day, fast for a meal, take a cold shower, sleep on the floor once a week. Seneca advised, set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, and ask yourself, is this the condition that I feared? This practice trains the mind to distinguish between a preference and a necessity. It builds the mental resilience needed to withstand the major cravings of addiction. Every small act of voluntary abstinence strengthens the muscle of self-control. Next is the reserve clause and the practice of amor fati, the love of fate. Recovery is not a straight line. When a slip-up occurs, the Stoic avoids self-pity, which is unproductive passion. Self-pity tells you to give up. Reason tells you to adjust. We plan our actions with the understanding that external events, including powerful urges, may interfere. We act, but with a reserve clause. I will abstain today, fate permitting. If you slip, you do not surrender the entire war because you lost a single battle. You learn, you adjust, and you begin again immediately with renewed dedication. The daily meditation practice. This is the most critical daily habit. You must train every day. Morning practice, meditate on your intention for the day. Review the principles. What triggers will I face? I will use my reason. I will assent only to virtuous impressions. You are preparing your mind for battle. Evening review, the Stoic Ledger. Conduct a self-review. Ask the 3 questions posed by Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius. What bad habit did I check? What vice did I resist? Where could I have improved? This ritual makes your commitment to self-mastery concrete and measurable. You are keeping honest accounts with your own soul. The freedom of reason. Addiction is the belief that happiness lies in something outside of your character. Stoicism offers the path back to sanity and sovereignty. Understand control. The urge is an external impression. Your assent is the only thing in your power. Focus on virtue. Rebuild your life around the 4 cardinal virtues, making temperance your primary focus. Practice discipline. Engage in daily ascesis, intentional discomfort, and consistent review to harden your mind. You can choose to be a slave to your fleeting desires, or you can choose to be a master of your own mind, guided by reason. Marcus Aurelius gave us this final charge. The mind that is free from passions is a fortress. for man has no stronghold more secure in which to retire than his own soul. Reclaim your fortress. Begin today. Thank you.